The image itself is to scale, but now your canvas has got to get larger. So the way to make your canvas larger is you go back up into image and you go down to canvas size, not image size. That would change your actual image. You want to change the canvas in the background. You click on canvas size, and then here you have your width and your height in centimeters. And if you want to make it larger, you just take your numbers up. If you want to make it smaller, take your numbers down. Okay, I made mine larger. All right, so then you hit OK. I'm going to hit cancel because I already did it. Now what I just did is I made all that white in the background bigger. Okay, that's all I did. And now I'm going to go into my layers and I'm going to make sure I've clicked on my actual template. And then I'm going to go up here into my little move button. And I'm going to move this image around. And all I'm doing is I'm moving it down, left and right, to center it back on this piece of paper. This is not, I'm sorry, not a piece of paper. Please, do not get this confused with a piece of paper because it's not. This is measurements versus a piece of paper. So there's your complete setup to scale to your body. Remember, your canvas was scaled to you originally. Your measurements 33 by 16.5, which were mine. And then I brought the template over and the actual background or the actual image of the item over, scaled them together to match my measurements. Once my measurements matched, then I expanded the canvas so it will hold all of your new template. Now, the fun part. This whole section right here, the new image, the new canvas, the new template, obviously is now scaled at 33 inches by 16.5 inches. That's going to be a problem, right? Because your average paper is 8.5 by 11. So now I have to splice this down into pieces in order to move it over to a standard size piece of paper. Now A4 paper, you'll have to make your adjustments on that as well. Now here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go up to view and I'm going to go down to rulers. Click on rulers. That now gives me a ruler on the top and a ruler on the left side, and it gives me my measurements from 0, about 60 some here, and so on and so forth. Now obviously my measurements are 33.5 is what I actually made this canvas at. And once again, remember to stay away from the total edge because you will have cropping as you print. Your paper doesn't print all the way to the edge. 33.5 by 17, so it gave me a 0.25 on each side, a total of 0.5. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my lines of how I want to divide this. Let's say 33 in length, right? But paper is 11. So what does that tell me? It's going to take me 3 sheets of paper. So what I'm going to do is, from top to bottom, it'll be broken into 3 sections. 3 sections by 11 is 33, correct? Right, well that's perfect. It worked out just perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to left click and I'm going to drag down to where I want it. I want it broken into 3. Now let's see here. I go from 0 all the way down to like 110 plus is where the bottom of that image goes to. So let's see, I'm gonna bring another one, come back up to the top up here and drag another one down. And what I'm doing is, I don't know, 3 into 110 is what, like 33.3 repeating, some crap like that, I don't know. So, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break it because it's gonna be such a touchy area. Let's see, what is that right there? All right, so I'm gonna go right to there. which is like 31.5. And then I'm going to go to I don't know. Let's go to here, and then one more down to about here. Now, all I did is I broke it into 3 sections, and you see I tried to keep it at a clean spot, so this whole thing prints out on one. Then majority of this section prints out on another, and then this one all prints out on one. Now here's the catch to that, and I'm going to be way off, I believe, because this one's going to be a little bit long. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this one and move it back up, and I'm going to split this one in half. Okay. So what I'm doing is 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets to play it safe. You'll see 1 sheet, 2 sheet, 3 sheets, 4 sheets, because 33 times 11 is 33, and that's the overall size of the project, but that doesn't give you room for error of cutting and taping and all that stuff. So I'm going to make room for error. So now I got my my image broken down into 4 sheets of paper. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are 16.5 inches wide. Let's say a sheet of paper is what, 8 inches wide-ish. So we need to break this down, probably to be smart. Once again, you can break it down into an even 2 sheets, split it right down the middle. But you can actually probably try that. So I'm going to come to the right side, and I'm going to click there. I'm going to drag out to approximately the middle of where I want it to be. And it's really touchy, so actually I'm going to take it to there and here. I am going to split this one in 3 as well. And why? Because it gives me room for error. So now I have all these lines. So now you have, this is going to take a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sheets of paper to put this whole thing together. Kind of reminds me of Pepakura, doesn't it? So now what I'm going to do is I am going to create these lines. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to choose the color I want, and I want red. Okay, I want red lines. And I'm going to go up here to the line tool, actually to the shape tool, and I'm going to choose line tool. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to left click up top here, going to line it up on that line. And this is, I'm trying to watch the screen and try to watch the camera and my mouse and all good stuff at the same time, so bear with me. I'm going to drag straight down. Okay, down to the bottom and let go. Same concept over here. I'm going to drag on that line, drag it straight down, and let go. And same thing for these lines on the side here. Drag and let go. Repeat steps. Drag, let go. And all I'm doing is drawing lines through my image. Now I'll go through here and I'm gonna police up all my lines with the ruler. So take that line back up, take this line, put it back away. You actually have to drag them back up into the ruler, my horizontal, or correction, my vertical lines. So there I go, pull them back. Once they're away, now you can go up here to view, go back down to rulers and check off the rulers, and rulers are now gone. And over here in my layers, you'll see each of the shapes I created, each of the lines. And what I really want you to see now is, I'm going to zoom this in, and what you're going to see is I created these lines. They're dividing lines. They are cut lines, if you will. Alright? And these cut lines run straight through the project. It's self-explanatory. Now the fun part. You ready for this? All right, time to reduce the size of the total image back down to where I can see the whole image. Okay? Here's the fun part. Each of these have to go onto that sheet of paper. So now I'm going to get my rectangular marquee tool. Click on that. I have to click on layers. Here's a very important part. Oh, wow, my arm's getting tired. Here's a very important part. You got to click on layers. Bring your layers back out, and I have to take the first one I see, right click, and go all the way down to flatten image. But before you do this, go up to File, click on File, go down to Save As, and then wherever you got your templates at, it says Untitled PSD, title it Back, because that's what it is. It's the back. Alright, so that's your back template, and hit enter and enter again, and that will save your work from where you're at as a PSD file. Alright, here we go. Now you got your PSD file saved. Now what you can do is right click over here again and go down to flatten image. What you're doing, and then it says discard hidden layers. The hidden layer is the actual image you brought over of the backpack, okay, the real life one, and you hit OK because it's hidden. So now you have it. Now it's an actual image. It's no longer a project. See, if you look at the layers, it's only one layer now, and that's the image. Okay. Now what that gives you the ability to do is, once again, you have your marquee right here, your rectangular marquee, and you're going to go up to the corner. You're going to select one section at a time, and I go slightly past. I'm going to increase this so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here, since I'm only working with one area at a time. Okay, and I will bring it up. Let's see. Okay, so that's the area we're working with, and you'll see the line here and here. So what I want to do is I want to take this marquee tool, this rectangular marquee, go up here. You can start off your project, that's fine, because it only picks up the project. And you're going to scroll, holding your left click in, bring it down, and you want to go slightly past your line. See that? Just a little bit past your line. And then let go of the left click. You've now selected that whole corner. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go up to Edit, Copy. Now you're going to click over on your other project, which is this one, which is what? That's your letterhead. Okay, that is 8 by 11. Okay, ish. It's United States paper. All right. So now you're going to hit Edit and Paste. Now you just paste that object that you copied from the other one over to here. Now, if you remember to bring open your layers, so you can see your layers. Now click on your actual moving button up here, and you're going to move this around. Okay, I have an issue.